Hi everyone. Oh. Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be building a shipwreck using popsicle sticks. First things first, these popsicle sticks are too straight. I cook my popsicle sticks for about 10 minutes. Always turn off the burner. They're very soft after boiling in the water, and I'm able to form them around a round surface, in this case a glass jar. And I just squish them into the space between the jar and the glass. And that's done. I leave them there for about 3 days. When they are fully dried, they make a pretty stiff curved piece. That one even sprung away from me. Here's the little brother of popsicle sticks, the coffee stirrer, which are really good for making floorboards or planks. There's a whole bunch of them. Just laying out the deck of the ship. I don't really know anything about building a ship, but I assume there's some sort of ridge or spine along the bottom, so I formed that out of a V of popsicle sticks. And I file it smooth. Sort of testing out the configuration of the rib pieces here. And I labeled them so I remembered where I wanted each one to go. After I got the first two on, I just sort of magically attach the rest. Again, if this is not how a ship is actually built, I don't know, and I don't care. Using some more curved pieces, I started to form the bow, or the prow, the front bit. I cracked and bent a coffee stirrer to make a very flimsy curved piece. Then I used some hot glue to sort of stiffen that up, just enough to hold the shape. Starting to add in some broken bits, shattered timbers, and all that sort of stuff. Or shivered timbers, if you're a pirate. Started using more coffee stirrers to sort of thicken up that front prow or bow area. More curved sticks used to form the front. Build up the shape here. And just using a tester to see how planks would lay along these ribs. I guess kind of like that. I clipped the ends off of a lot of sticks to make these planks, and then I layered them up. More of these coffee sticks layered up on the base spine. Is it called a spine? It's probably not called a spine. The bottom line of the ship. Reinforcing the front with more curved pieces. Okay, starting to fit in some of the damaged planks that curve around the front. figuring out where each plank will end up going. I used a knife to carve along the edge of each board here to make each line a little bit more distinct. I glued together the end of 3 popsicle sticks and cut them off at an angle. Then I split the end of a coffee stirrer to make the feather shape, or the main shape. I'm not even sure what it's supposed to be, but I think the effect is pretty cool. So I've got this little ridge of coffee stirrers and a second one, and I just set them sort of offset from each other and glued them together, and that'll be the main for a little pony. There's that horse. What a great figurehead. Using boards to build up the rest of the neck. Not boards. Using coffee sticks to look like boards, building up the rest of the neck. Here I'm putting together coffee sticks to build the mast. I could have used a dowel, but I didn't have one. And this is for a contest, so I figured I would use as many popsicle sticks and related sticks as possible. Attaching the figurehead. I used a liberal amount of hot glue to reinforce the inside of all of these planks, because at a later stage I would be aggressively grinding the outside. And here we are. I'm using a cutoff wheel on a Dremel to round out the edge of each plank. I'll come back and I do a lot more of that later. One nicely curved coffee stick to get that final bow aesthetic. Here I am making my own custom dowel out of 5 coffee sticks. That looks exactly like a dowel. What a perfect mast. Using some coffee stirrers to make a little bit more internal detail, and then doing a test fit of the deck. I capped off all of the walls with coffee stirrers and then filed them to shape. This steel wire wheel on the Dremel was a really good way to bring out the grain. Now the popsicle sticks look like old weathered timbers. Timbers? Timbers. I've been shivering these timbers and weathering them. They look like old weathered timbers. Old weathered timbers. Look at the deck. That is some awesome timber effect. I filed a little bit of detail into this figurehead. I cut off a portion of the bottom of the hull just so that it could sit at sort of an odd angle, like a beached, destroyed shipwreck. Using an old pair of wire cutters, I pruned down some of the boards and shattered them so it looked suitably erect. glued the deck in place. And I filled in a few of the gaps with some loose floorboards made from coffee sticks. Some of the uglier glue gaps were filled in with putty, adding a little bit more weathering to the floorboards of the deck. Then smoothing out all of the wall filler. I covered a lot of the gaps with a wood glue solution just to make it seem a little bit more seamless. There it is, ready for painting. I made sort of a wash slash stain out of lots of black and brown colors, and I pretty much use a variation of this for everything. Quick test, that looks fine. Into the airbrush. I thought this would be a good idea, but I could have probably just brushed it on. And so I begin brushing it on. After many layers, going darker and darker, I eventually built up a pretty good old wood color, I think. Painted the inside with a dark wood, and off screen I airbrushed all the inside parts with just a dark brown. I hit it with a quick dry brush of an off-white, just to bring out all the edges of all these cool wood grains that I spent hours grinding with a Dremel. Look at those lines and cracks. If you enjoyed this video, please consider sharing and subscribing to this channel.